Have you ever heard about Charcot-Marie-Tooth Disease? CMT for short. Sometimes when you Google CMT you might get country music television, but that's certainly not what it is. My name is Marlene and I have CMT disease since I was born. It's a hereditary disease, so it was passed down from one of my parents. Basically, how CMT has affected me is I've had a lot of difficulties in walking, in running. Actually, I can't run anymore. I also have a lot of pain in my legs. I have very poor sensation in my feet and my hands. It's a neuropathy which affects the peripheral nerves, and it has progressed over time. Actually, quite a lot of people have this disease. The number is 1 in 2,500, but it's very broad. The symptoms for people, it's different for everyone. A lot of people actually go throughout their lives and never even know they have CMT. Then some people have symptoms when they're very young and they progress over time. CMT does progress slowly over time. There is no cure for CMT. They're working on it all the time. They're doing research, but as of now there is nothing. So when I was 15, I was playing a lot of sport. I loved table tennis and I was finding it harder and harder to keep up to other people. So this is why I went to find out what was wrong. So I had a genetic testing, other tests that confirmed that it was CMT type 1A. And this is September, which is CMT Awareness Month, which is why I just want to spread awareness around it, because a lot of people know nothing about it. I've gone to many doctors and said that I have CMT and they do not even know what it is. So I think it's important just to let people know more about the disease. So at the moment, I'd say my progression of the disease moved quite quickly, especially when I had my daughter 10 years ago. After pregnancy and during pregnancy, things definitely got harder, and they remained hard as well once I had Haley. More difficulty in walking, and I have been a person that has always loved keeping fit and exercising. I always love a good challenge. So my go-to really was weight training. That was something that I could do. I couldn't run marathons or go mountain climbing or anything like that. So I chose to do weight training and I absolutely loved it. But unfortunately, after doing a few bodybuilding shows, my legs got extremely weak and I had to pack that in. Unfortunately, it was sad for me, but I'm still training as much as I can, trying to keep fit and healthy. And for me, the biggest thing for controlling the pain and dealing with the pain and dealing with the disease was focusing on my mind. And for me, that was involving meditation, having a healthy mind, healthy body, and also eating healthy foods. So I changed my diet recently to a vegetarian diet, and I've seen a huge difference in my energy levels. Now, I'm not saying that this can work for everybody. This is just what works for me. I just want to share my story. I also have fibromyalgia, which I get flare-ups every so often. But when it comes to CMT, I still try to keep as active as I can and keep as positive as I can. I know it's quite difficult for a lot of people not being able to get around and not being able to keep up to other people. I also would have quite a lot of anxiety, especially in the past. It's got so much better since I've started working on my mind and my mental health and working on personal development, which is huge. So my main struggles with anxiety were especially around meeting new people, where I'd be very self-conscious if I knew someone was watching me walking. If I was in a restaurant and I felt I would have to go to the toilet, and I would think, oh no, how am I going to get up now when I know these people are watching me and they're going to see my weird walk. A lot of it was just in my head, to be honest, because when I say to people, a lot of them say, I don't know, I never noticed anything. And that can have its advantages and disadvantages, because I also have a disability parking card, because some days are harder than others to walk any kind of a distance. And when people look at me, they think, there's nothing wrong with you, you don't look sick, why do you have one of those? I've been approached on several occasions by very angry people, saying, but you're walking out of your car, you're not in a wheelchair. And it's very frustrating. I used to get really angry, and now I try to see it as an opportunity of highlighting that person not everybody, you know, with a disability, it's not visible, always visible. And I'd say, I actually have CMT, it's Charcot-Marie-Tooth. Why don't you go do a bit of research about it, look it up. This is what I have and this is what I'm dealing with. So yeah, instead of looking in a negative way, you can look in a positive way and try to educate people around it. There's no point in getting angry about it, because you know, you just waste your own energy and it's really not worth it in the long run. And a lot of people can be, you know, just show their ignorance. And yeah, and I think a lot of times when people get angry, they're just going through things in their own life and they're reflecting them onto you or deflecting them onto you. So don't take it personally. It's more about their own stuff, really. And yeah, so that's really what I want to share about today. There's lots more I can talk about CMT, and I will share more another day, especially when it comes to medications and my experience with different medications that I was on for pain. And I'll talk about them another day. I tried everything, but I've come off all of them now. So yeah, I'm just taking one day at a time when it comes to CMT and fibromyalgia, actually. There's other things that I've done to help my walking, such as AFOs and braces. But honestly, CMT has made me the person I am today, has shaped me, has made me a strong person. And I'm glad that I, you know, can share that with other people and share my struggles that I have and how I got through them and got over them. And, you know, kudos to all you out there who suffer with any invisible illness, no matter what it is. You can have really tough days, and you know, just keep your head up and don't give up, and make sure you work on your personal development, and your mind health is so important as well. And that's it for me for today. Hope everyone has a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.